Okay, all right. Hate's a bit of a strong word, but let's go ahead and add some context first. I've been making content on the internet about body language for over a decade. 10 years of me documenting my studies, exploration, and overall obsession with this pervasively nuanced and endlessly complex topic has gotten me to places in life that I never could have imagined. To a young farm kid who learned to quickly read people in order to work seamlessly with other ranchers and farmers, including my own dad, without needing to verbalize, the world of interviews, celebrity, and endless internet drama was a far stone's throw from what I expected to do for work when I grew up. Honestly, when I started making videos on the subject of nonverbal communication, I really didn't expect it to go anywhere substantial. As far as I was concerned, I had found a topic that I was deeply passionate about and simply wanted to share that passion with people in a way that also allowed me to be creative as I did so. So that is exactly what I did. Arguably obsessively. I'd read a book or take a class, discover something fascinating that I hadn't heard or seen put into words before, and then I'd create a video about it so that other people could learn the same thing that I just had. I wanted to make the world of body language reading obtainable and consumable for just about anybody who would be interested. These little video essay style creations were fun to write and refreshing to edit and upload, but they were so niche that they rarely gained any traction at all, maybe a couple dozen views at most. Fortunately, I wasn't creating the content to get rich or go viral overnight because it certainly wasn't happening. It took 2 years of uploading regularly to the channel before I reached 100 subscribers, and then another 2 more years beyond that to reach 10,000 subscribers. It was right around that time that I uploaded the first in a series of videos that would eventually thrust the channel Observe forward exponentially. On March 23rd of 2018, I uploaded a video asking if body language could prove that O.J. Simpson was or was not a murderer. The framework of the video was simple enough. I had seen plenty of other channels, countless, honestly, create this reaction style content in just about every single category known to man, but there wasn't anything centered around body language. In my mind, it was an untapped wealth of content centered around my passion study that would still be engaging and relevant to both new and tenured subscribers. However, I had never created a video like it before, so I had a fairly steep learning curve to adjust for. With that in mind, after hours and hours spent crafting a video that I was finally satisfied with visually and substantively, I was able to upload my very first body language analysis video to the internet, and it flopped magnanimously. That being said, since I didn't have too many subscribers and I hadn't really been receiving much attention, this really didn't matter too much to me. I was happy to make what I had made, but also decided that I would be better off spending time making more content along those analysis style videos, considering that they were so much work to create. I continued in this fashion, letting my ADHD take the proverbial controls and creating a chaotically random collection of videos about body language and other related topics until July 20th of 2020. That early Monday morning, I'm talking maybe 3 a.m. in the middle of COVID-riddled 2020, I uploaded a video about Jeffree Star, apologizing for yet another one of his ridiculous online missteps, and things changed for me from the moment that video went live on. At first, however, nothing really seemed out of the ordinary. It got maybe a few more views than the other analysis style videos that I had made thus far, but nothing of note. A few days later, however, traction did start to build. It garnered thousands of views, and then the subscribers started to roll in. In 1 month, the channel climbed from the 25,000 subscribers that it had taken me 6 years to build up to over 100,000 subscribers. 3 months later, and that number had doubled again, and I made the scary decision to stop doing my day job and start creating content on YouTube as my full-time profession. It was exciting and fulfilling to finally see the material that I had been working on for so long begin to be viewed by so many people. My dreams of making body language consumable and engaging to everyone were actually seemingly coming true. But therein also lied the trap in which I was also slowly ensnaring myself. The most popular videos on the channel by far were suddenly the analysis videos. Requests flooded in, and I was more than happy to oblige at first. However, for every analysis video I uploaded, I unwittingly shoehorned myself creatively and pushed against the boundaries of realistic possibility scientifically. I was able to reason this out by telling myself that it was simple supply and demand, and that if this were going to be my full-time job, then I should treat it as such, and I should create what people were asking for, so that's what I did. That being said, what I didn't anticipate was the lack of creative freedom and dramatic increase of pressure that would accompany this decision. Up until that point, I had always made the limitations of body language analysis very, very clear, going so far as to even put a disclaimer at the beginning of each video, but people weren't interested in the maybes. They didn't want gray, they wanted black and white. While I knew that body language could get them closer to the black and white answers that they were so desperately seeking, I also knew that the current understanding of the field couldn't carry them all the way there. Nevertheless, that's what everyone was demanding. People were looking to the channel as a mathematical solution to the equation of people's behavior, and were getting angry that it couldn't be provided. This pushed me to dig deeper into the research of the videos and in my own personal study time outside of that, but I seemed to continually run into an issue. All of the reliable leading experts in body language and nonverbal communications were saying that there was no single tell of deceit, and that detecting deception was nuanced and intensive at best, while on the flip side of this coin, people on the internet were demanding the exact opposite of those facts. To add tension to the already strained online climate, other channels were beginning to create more body language content as well. While I saw this as an overall positive that the subject of nonverbal communication had finally hit the mainstream media and could finally start receiving more attention and therefore more research and advancement, I also noticed that some of the new content was promoting the unfounded concept of the black and white analysis. These videos presented body language reading as an almost super-powered truth serum sort of situation. It removed the complex nuance of the human experience and emotion and told people that all bodily movements had rigid, non-variable definitions each and every time. While this concept is still impossible to prove with our current technology and research structure, many an online peruser began to anticipate this sort of groundless absoluteness as the norm. If the analysis didn't have a concrete or black and white answer by the end of the video, it was seen as pointless or dubbed as being unknowledgeable. Thanks to this twisting of reality, the average body language analyst or even enthusiast was only seen as having value if they filled the role of an omnipotently perfect lie detector. The concept of "I don't know" was seen exclusively as a fault or failure, and the validity of the field itself was devalued and discarded by many due to this. After all, if the current research couldn't produce an unadulterated definition for all of the body's various movements, then it should be seen as useless and fully abandoned instead of researched further. And now here we are at why I hate online body language content. While there are certainly incontrovertible nonverbal definitions that can be universally relied upon, the epidemic of passing off personal opinion as scientific law and overstating the capabilities of the field has led to a culture of general confusion about the subject. Body language content is now more accessible than ever, but with this newfound approachability has come confounding muddiness. So, with a definite air of far too much self-importance, I am going to pick back up creating the other styles of educational videos that I used to upload here on the channel in regards to body language. While the analysis videos are still going to be here, there will be more varied content alongside them. Now that body language has finally made an appearance on the map of pop culture, I think it's time to start adding more of the educational side again. Optimistically, we'll be able to have fun with body language while still learning reliable, well-founded information about it. Considering all of this in this video here, let me know in the comments what questions or thoughts you have about this topic, and maybe I'll be able to make a video centered around it specifically. For the sake of my own sanity and to avoid the crushing weight of burnout, I'll be throwing in some other videos about topics related to body language into my upload schedule as well. No matter what happens, I hope to be able to see 2025 be the start of a new and optimistically very fun era of Observe. Anyways, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you. I know my videos can drag on a fair bit, so I appreciate it when people actually watch all the way through to the end. If you are still here, post a comment including a magnifying glass emoji and I'll try to give it a heart or perhaps some interaction on that level. Consider subscribing if you do want to join the collection of people that I call idiots here on the channel. There's a video in the description if you want to know about that. But that's all that I've got for the day. My name is Logan and you have been oh so awesome as you always are, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.